Good morning, ITR. Today is 13th September. I'm Madhishmita sharing you today's news headlines. India-China standoff casts a shadow on Nathula border trade. Police link Yechuri Yadav to Delhi riots. PLA hands over 5 Arunachal youth who strayed into China. Oxford vaccine trials to resume in UK. Riot's assembly panel summons FB official. Over 250 dubbed by calls offering gifts against points on credit card. Demand for drugs picked with liquor shops shut. 2 held for cheating man via domestic help app. De-addiction centers took few new admissions. DDA to conduct online meeting with RWAs over master plan for Delhi 2041. Fresh cases touched new high. Mind the gap, Delhi Metro fully operational after 5 months. DTC to hold trial of contactless ticketing. Bidhuri 6 extension of one-day special session. High Court tells police to give keys of center to Saad's family. Lawyer provides succor to Professor Sai Baba in Nagpur jail. Jharkhand CM meets Lalu Yadav, wants alliance for Bihar election. Pilot writes to Gehlot on Guzar reservation issue. AAP alleges graft in test kits purchase in UP. Saurabh Bharadwaj. Kolkata man made threat calls to Thackeray 2. Court issues arrest warrant against former Punjab DGP. Andhra Pradesh tests over 75,000 samples in new record. Cases in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh hover at same levels. Telangana tests 62,234 samples, finds 2,278 positive. Kerala's active cases rise. After high drama, alleged drug peddler held in Karnataka. He tried to dodge arrest, saying he was under home quarantine for COVID-19. Film producer Prashant Sambargi questioned. Demand for KT Jalil's resignation grows chiller. Nimhans develops new Indian brain temples. Nada Nitish discuss seat sharing plan. Sonia Rahul among MPs to skip parliament session. Preserve progress, says Jaisankar. More logistics pacts on the cards. Congress flags Gujarat death toll variation. Any non-political body can get FCRA exemption. Drupad Sansthan to reconsider ICC composition. Airlines face ban over photography. Suspended IPS officer charged with murder. Coming to the world news, Afghan groups urged to reach ceasefire. China appoints provincial official was as envoy to Pakistan. Johnson accuses Europe of plotting food blockade on UK. Japan PM hopeful says he may need Abe's help in diplomacy. Sri Lankan Navy plugs fuel leak on oil tanker. Anti-Shia protesters march for second day in Karachi. As Brahmin says it's time to embrace Israel, the Gulf hears as Saudi voice. Coming to the business news, Discom's liquidity line to rise to 1.2 lakh rupees crore. Singapore Convention on mediation comes into force. CPCL targets improvements to margins. Non-life insurers get a boost on robust health cover demand. Infra development imperative to revive economic activity. Jewelry exports slump 42% in August. Coming to the science and technology news. Can universal masking be a crude vaccine? The idea of allowing people to get naturally infected with novel coronavirus in order to achieve herd immunity, even before safe and effective vaccines become available, has now been dismissed. Now, a few researchers are putting forth a hypothesis that supports universal mask wearing. According to this, universal mask wearing decreases chances of infection and if infected, decreases the amount of virus particles. A mask wearer is exposed to thus causing only asymptomatic infection or mild COVID-19 disease. Dear Monica Gandhi and Dr. Eric Guzbai from the University of California, San Francisco, and Dr. Chris Berer from the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, Baltimore, argue that exposure to the virus without the unacceptable consequences of severe illness through universal masking can lead to greater spread of immunity in the community, thus showing down the spread of the virus eventually. Depending on the type of fit of masks common people use, the amount of virus particles a person is exposed to may be reduced even if infected. According to Dr. Berer, cloth masks can screen out between 65% and 85% of viral particles. While much attention has been on the role of masks in reducing or preventing the spread of virus from an infected person to others, the possibility of healthy mask wearer getting exposed to only smaller amounts of virus and the possible effects of such exposure has not received equal attention. The researchers write in an article published in the Journal of General Internal Medicine. Dr. Gandhi and Dr. George W. Rutherford from the University of California, San Francisco, advance the same idea in a perspective piece in the New England Journal. A growing body of virological, epidemiological and ecological evidence suggests that universal masking can reduce the severity of disease among people who do become infected, they write. We have known for more than 50 years that inoculums of other viruses, including flu, lead to milder illness. It is important people do not misinterpret the hypothesis or to think that one can intentionally inoculate oneself with the virus or by wearing a mask, since studies have not been conducted with the sole purpose of studying the effects of universal masking on COVID-19 severity through reduced virus in column. People who wear masks should not become complacent, nor should people think that masks are useless as they cannot completely prevent infection in some individuals. I am not suggesting pox parties, just saying masking could be good on multiple levels. Decrease transmissions, decrease disease severity, help drive up immunity, Dr. Gandhi tweeted. Coming to the sports news, Royals hope to rise again on Ashes heroes' wings. Australia wins first ODI. Zverev stages remarkable comeback to make maiden slam final. Ferguson keen to get back to the grind. 95th pole for Lewis Hamilton. Kasparov holds Carlsen. Arcelin begins campaign in style. That's all. Thank you. Have a nice day.